So how many of you are having shoulder pain right now? Millions of Americans wake up with shoulder pain every single day. And today, I want to give you simple exercises on how to mitigate that, prevent shoulder problems, and if you already have shoulder problems, how to decrease pain every single day. And hopefully one day, you won't have your shoulders bothering you anymore. Hey everyone, Dr. Tam here. Do you want to know the number one thing that you can do every single morning to prevent shoulder problems? All right, your shoulders is the most movable joint in the body. There's no other joint that moves like this ball, which is coming from the arm, and socket joint. That's what they call it, the ball and socket joint. The reason why your shoulder is so mobile so that you can reach up, out, in, and back and do everything that you're supposed to do, right? Because throughout the day, imagine how often do you use your shoulders. Most of us wake up and the first thing that we do is reach over and tap our alarm clock, right? And you think that's a stretch and that's a warm-up. That's all usually people do. Then you go about your hygiene. Think about you using the shower, the bathroom. How much do you need to use your shoulders? All the time, all right? So here's some good tips for you to really prevent shoulder problems or start correcting shoulder problems first thing in the morning. The first thing you have to do is you have to warm up. Why am I holding on to this band? Because you gotta warm up your shoulders. But before using the band, I'm gonna set this right over here, we need to get the shoulder moving and grooving. Get that ball and socket joint going, all right? So what should you do first thing in the morning? It's not just to reach over and tap the alarm clock. A lot of you might reach over and tap the alarm clock and feel a pinch in the shoulder. How often does that happen? Or you're trying to reach behind your car and grab something. All of a sudden you feel a pull right here, right? I mean, it happens all the time, and it's due to a lack of range of motion from your shoulders. So the first thing you should really do in your shoulder warm-up is just to do arm circles, all right? So you can, throughout this video, pause and then do it again. I'm gonna show you a few repetitions. I don't have enough time to show you everything, right? The first thing you should do is, let's get some single arm rotation, which means that you're gonna make big circles, go 10 times forward, and then 10 times backwards, right? Then you do it to the other arm, 10 times forward, and then 10 times backwards. These are big arm circles. Then you do both arm circles bilaterally, all right? You go back, all right? And really, when you go back, feel your chest opening up when you go back, all right? So that when you are going back, you breathe in. Now, when you breathe in, don't breathe in with your shoulders. You have to breathe in with your diaphragm, okay? Learn how to breathe with your diaphragm. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out, okay? Go back and forth 10 times. Get that shoulder going and then go forward 10 times, all right? These are big arm circles. Reach out as far as you can. Reach and do some small circles now, all right? 10 times going forward, 10 times going backwards, okay? So you've just warmed up the shoulder. Now you're ready to add a little bit of resistance to your shoulder exercises. The first one that we're going to do is called pull aparts. Now these are something that you can get online, where these are called pull-up bands, right? People strap them to the pull-up bar to assist in pull-ups, but they are amazing for shoulder exercises and give you some resistance. The first one you want to do is pull aparts. You hold it over here. So make sure the band is just taut, okay? Right outside your shoulders. So you come up like this, okay? Not too far out like this because you're not gonna get that full range of motion. Come a little bit closer so that it's just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, like that, okay? Now you're going to pull it apart, just like the name says, pull aparts, all right? You start going like this, That's 1, 2, and you do it 10 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, when you are doing these pull-aparts, it's so important to make sure you're contracting your glutes so that you're standing up nice and tall. You're not arching your back like this. You're standing nice and tall. The second exercise you're going to do is you're going to really pull it back and out like this, okay? This is a shoulder extension with a little bit of resistance, and you go back and forth 10 times, all right? Okay, so from the side, you go this way, okay? Now, if you don't have these bands, you might have some other exercise bands. Find one that's light enough where you can still pull and give you some resistance. If you are here and you only can go, say, 4 to 5 times, get a lighter band, all right? If you're not feeling some good resistance in there, it's not gonna work. Or if you feel too much resistance and you're not getting enough repetition, that's not gonna work also. The next one is, this is kind of like drawing a sword, you know, in like a King Arthur fight, you know? So holding this one over here at the hip, I'm gonna move back a little bit so you can see it, and you're gonna bring it up to about just underneath where it's taut, underneath the shoulder height over here, and then you're gonna go up. 1, then you're gonna go 10 times, all right? Watch me here, and then watch me here. This is what you're gonna do, okay? You get to see what I'm doing. And that's how you warm up the shoulders. I have this band in the office all the time, okay? And that's because I keep this here. That's my morning shoulder routine before I start working with patients. That's what I do, right? That's why I keep it here. You gotta do your stretches and everything else, okay? Keep the shoulder moving. Now, another exercise that you can do, I'm gonna go against the wall here so you can see it, is actually climbing the wall with your back and elbows against it. What I mean by that is you're going to stand right up against the wall over here, elbows back, and you're going to reach up and down, and up and down. Make sure your elbows are against the wall and your arms are against the wall when you're doing this, so you're actually going up and down, okay? That's another one that you can do, all right? So there's so many shoulder workouts, but with those first arm circles that you do, the band exercises, going up and down, that's going to be a lot of it. Here's the next one. Okay, so the next one is going to be stretching the subscapularis of the shoulder. You're gonna hold it here, out, and you're gonna pull it in like this. So if I'm facing this way, I'm pulling. This arm I'm just holding with my right arm, I'm holding it and the elbow at 90 degrees, and I'm actually pulling it with the other arm. You're gonna pull it forward and you're gonna crank open that shoulder. And what's gonna happen is that subscapularis is gonna really open up. And let me show you on this side what it looks like. You hold it here and you're pulling with this hand, you're pulling out this way, okay? So you're pulling out and you're opening up that shoulder joint. Each of these stretches, hold it for 30 seconds, okay? I wanna make sure that your shoulders are functional, mobile, and have great range of motion. How good would it be if you just spend 5 to 10 minutes every single day to make sure that your shoulders do not lock up, and you want to do the same thing in the evening time to make sure that you're going to sleep nice and loose. Millions of people sleep on their side every night and not knowing that they're compressing the shoulder the whole time, and then they go about their day not warming it up and then end up injuring it. And when that happens year after year after year, that's how the shoulder starts developing arthritis, okay? Make sure that that doesn't happen to you. Do these exercises and stretches every single day to prevent shoulder problems and help you with shoulder pain. I'll see you next time.